can see me well.
All right.
There we go.
All right. Oh, that wow. That's a nice
Right. HipHop.com.
Yeah, man.
AllHipHop.com. My pleasure. How you doing, Chuck?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you, man. We've met a couple times and never interviewed you or anything, so this is a great treat, definitely. You know, you're one of my favorites. I grew up on you. I know you hear this a lot, but I always wanted to salute you, and you know, it's a pleasure. So how are you today?
I'm doing great.
Good.
You heard about the heart transplant, right?
Of course, yes, sir. You had us very frightened.
Yes, so I have a whole new second chance at life and the opportunity to get things right.
Yeah. Here's to second chances. Here's to second chances and blessings. Blessings.
Yes.
Well, let's talk briefly about this. Well, this incredible stage play or performance that you have, the Hip-Hop Nutcracker, and it's awesome to me because it's like a second life or maybe a third life or something in hip hop. You know, what act is this for you in hip hop, and what does this mean to your career?
Well, the Hip-Hop Nutcracker is just that. It's a miracle to be a part of this presentation. Just a total holiday season extravaganza for a lot of people, families to come together, and in the name of that theme that love conquers all. So it's so important for us as a group of people going out there after the pandemic, you know, and how everyone was staying at home, not going out, can't go anywhere. And now the opportunity to get back out there on stage and do what I do is a blessing. It's a miracle. And I just thank everyone that is involved with it. It's like you said, it's a total blessing to be able to make people happy again.
Yes, definitely. For those that have yet to see the Hip-Hop Nutcracker, can you explain to them what the experience is like?
Well, like I said, the Hip-Hop Nutcracker is a holiday season extravaganza. Now, it's a modernized version of the classic Tchaikovsky piece, and we have some incredible dancers. We assembled I call them the B-Boy, B-Girl Dream Team. Yeah. You know, so these fantastic, talented young people are going out there giving 150%. And they do it every night. And I'm watching their energy, their passion, their love for hip hop, and we're bringing it to the masses. So we have also a DJ cutting up beats all night long, and we have our own hip hop musician. He's a violinist coming out and collabing with the DJ, and to see and hear that is incredible. Yes, that fusion of classical music and hip hop is most incredible. And I'm the MC and host of the show. So I come out in the intro and get everyone prepared for the show, and I take them back to the old school, and everyone is standing in the aisles, having a good time, throwing their hands in the air and screaming really loud. And then I come back at the end and I sing the breaks with the whole cast, and we're having fun out there. They're doing solos, and as I introduce them to the audience, and the audience is going crazy, standing up in the aisles again, throwing their hands in the air, screaming really loud. And it's a fun time and situation. And I guarantee you that anyone who sees this and comes to this performance will be feeling good inside after they leave our presentation.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. I'll be there Saturday in Newark, New Jersey, and this will be my first one. So obviously I've known about it, but I just haven't made it out there. So this will be a treat, definitely.
Yes. We're coming to the New York area this weekend. December 18th is 2 shows over at NJPAC, and then December 19th is Brooklyn and at the King's Theater. 2 shows there as well. And then we come back January 2nd back to New Jersey at the State Theater.
Okay.
So get ready. It's coming.
Okay. Now, a lot of people, when they think of hip hop, they automatically think of rap. They think of rap music. And that's almost where it starts and ends for some people. Where does this, what do you think about, things like this and other expanded thought ideas and even executed performances or whatever in sort of the way hip hop is perceived? Does this change it, or is this just a part of the universe we live in, and some people may not even know it exists, like other planets or something? How do you feel about it?
Well, I am just so grateful and honored to be a part of this presentation because it really encompasses all of the elements of hip hop. Like we have, like you said, rap is the biggest part of hip hop now. But as far as the culture is concerned, I look at it as hip hop is the mother of about 4 or 5 babies, right? You have the rapper, the DJ, the dancer, the b-boy, b-girl, and of course the art. And so one of the sons makes it big, the rapper. So does he go out and have this long career and he forgets about his brothers? No, that's not practical. These are your brothers, so you want to support them and help them and help them get to where you are. And you want to see this. And this is what we are doing with the Hip-Hop Nutcracker, because we have all of those elements, and the dance is so very important. The MC is so very important, the DJ, and of course our art. If you see our stage, we have all the graffiti and art that's incredible to look at, and the backgrounds are incredible. And yeah, and like I said, I'm the host, I'm the MC, and I'm supporting the rest of the family.
You have been in this culture for so long. What are your thoughts on the state of hip hop now?
Well, being one of the elder spokesmen of hip hop, I want to keep it positive and, just say my hat goes off to all of the young people out there who are into hip hop. If you love hip hop, thank you for the support. I think that we have the potential of changing the world again. and we live in a hip hop generation now. Hip hop is the #1 streamed music on the planet right now. And everyone around the globe is listening in and tuning in to hear what hip hop has to say. So we have the potential of changing the world. So I just, here's another thing. Now the most incredible thing about hip hop today is that you travel outside of the country, America, and you go to places like Germany and France. They rap in Germany now. They rap in French in France, and Spanish in Spain, and Japanese over in Japan. And the countries outside of America have embraced hip hop, and they made it their own culture. So you go to Germany, and there's still a fairly adequate hip hop scene, American hip hop scene in Germany. But then there is this huge, humongous hip hop scene, German hip hop scene, that is now flourishing. And these cats are rapping in their native tongues, and they are the top pop artists in their country. And that is so amazing for me to see.
Yeah, you know, all hip hop had an international initiative, and then we hit a recession, and the recession derailed our efforts. When we came back to it, every place had their own scene. It was. I was like, oh no, they don't. They hardly care about us anymore. It was
Right.
crazy.
Right. So I went to Afghanistan back in 2000, right after 9/11. And we did like a Bob Hope thing, touring all the army bases. And we stopped in Afghanistan. We went to 17 countries over in the Middle East. And so we were in Afghanistan one time, and we were at the American Embassy. And I was talking to one of the security guards, and he said, Kurtis Blow, listen, man, there's a rap group over in Palestine. And the songs that they make are the #1 requested songs on the Israeli radio station.
Wow.
Could you imagine that? Could you believe that? That is the power of hip hop today. So here we have a rap group making the songs about their oppression of their people, and the songs that they make are the #1 requested songs on the oppressor's radio station. That's incredible. That's power. We are definitely the voice of the people, and we have the potential of making change.
Absolutely. Now, in the year 1980, you did Christmas Rapping, a classic record for those of us of a certain age. Now, what made you do that song at that time when hip hop was so young? You know, we barely were, you know, Sugar Hill was still, you know, a hit record.
On the radio.
Yeah. What made
Yes. Well, it was 1979. And, you know, we all owe a lot to the Sugar Hill gang. I tell you, big shout out to Master G and Wonder Mike, and rest in peace, Big Hank. But you know, that Christmas rap song was an idea from my producer. His name was Robert Ford. Robert Ford Jr., rest in peace. But he came to me when we had our first initial meeting about recording, and he said it would be a great idea if we did a song that would play annually every year during the Christmas holiday. And why not do a Christmas rap? And I said, wow, that's a great idea. So on my way to the studio, I actually wrote the second half of the song, all that party stuff, and say, oh yeah. And I was inspired by DJ Hollywood and Eddie Cheeba and Lovebug Starsky. And, you know, I wrote that on the train going down to the studio. And when I got there, I just, man, sat in the middle of all of these musicians playing the track. And I'm sitting in the middle of them with a microphone and headphones and listening. And that's how we recorded. You know, we recorded it the whole band, like they used to do in the 60s and 70s and before that. And so that was just an incredible time, situation. It's the best part of my life, being in that studio and hearing the fidelity of the music sounding so clean and clear and concise. And wow, and the microphone, oh my gosh, I was actually traumatized. As a young kid, 19 years old, I got the opportunity to record a song. That was most incredible. And I want to thank all the DJs around the country, all of the on-air personalities, all of the program directors and music directors. And you guys, I thank you, I thank you, I thank you for supporting that song, making it a classic. It's actually the most relative song in hip hop today because it plays every year since 1979. And I owe it all to you guys, the DJs, the media. You made that classic and my legacy happen. That song is gonna be around for 100, 200 years.
Definitely.
Amen, and I thank you.
We're making a list of all the Christmas hip hop songs right now for allhiphop.com, and obviously yours is at the top of that list. but it's
Thank you.
started it all, and now you have Run DMCs, and then it goes all the way to Snoop Dogg and so on and so forth. So you definitely set it off. I have the breaks in the other room. I won't break this interview to go get it, but when I see you, I'm going to have you sign it. But I have a original vinyl version of the breaks. So we're gonna when we see each other, I'm gonna have a Sharpie for you. Definitely.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You no problem. I got you. Yes, and
one more, and then I'm gonna let you go because
okay.
This song is another song that's iconic and we play all the time. Basketball. That is still talked about to this day on Facebook, and we play it still because it was such a legendary. Even the hook, everything about it, and the shout outs that you gave the various ball players. I don't even remember when Wilt scored 100, but I remember it because of the song.
Yeah, he did. He scored 100 points against the Knicks. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
And that song, let me tell you about the song Basketball, because actually no one really knows this, but my wife came up with the concept of doing this song. And I've been married for 38 years and I love my wife dearly. She's my prayer warrior. But she came to me back in 1984. She said, Curtis, you watching basketball all the time and you love basketball. I know you do. So why don't you do a theme song for basketball? Why don't you do a basketball rap? And I was like, wow. She said, yeah, because, baseball has its theme song, take me out to the ball game, take me out to the crowd. But basketball does not have that kind of theme song. And so I went back to my producers and my writer, Mr. William Waring, who also wrote Games People Play and You Gotta Believe and Throughout Your Years and Hard Times. And he's an incredible writer. So he went to work and I said, make sure you put Dr. J in the song.
Yeah.
So he came up with the lyrics and I added a few lyrics as well. And we recorded that song and it was a monster radio hit. And, it became the theme song of a lot of basketball teams and not just the NBA, also high school and elementary school and college basketball teams. It became the theme song for the layup line for many basketball teams around the country. And again, I thank radio for supporting me with that song.
Mr. Kurtis Blow, I just want to say thank you, man. I want to thank your wife too. She kept us somewhat in the loop when you were having your health issues, and I'm glad to still be able to talk to you. And prayer works. I know you have a very spiritual journey as well, and you're a minister now. So I just want to say that it's great to talk to you and actually put this out there that hip hop can evolve and hip hop can grow, mature, and still be cool.
Well, I would love to come back and talk to you again with this new organization we have. We're forming a hip hop union.
Okay.
And is geared to save lives. And you know how all of our rappers have been passing away lately, from Ecstasy to Black Rob to DMX to Prince Marky D, and on and on and on. And we need some medical, physical, and mental health benefits for our people so we can save lives. And that's what we are attempting to do with SAG and AFTRA, the big union. We have partnered up with them to form this Hip Hop Alliance / union to get these benefits out there to our people. So I would love to talk to you again and bring some of the SAG AFTRA people with me, along with the United Coalition for Humanity. That's my organization.
Okay. Okay, great. Man, we've been talking, people have been, various conversations have been had on this, so I'm glad to see someone's doing it, and that's what's important because it's so necessary now.
Yes.
All right. Well,
yes.
Thank you so much. Any final words on the Hip-Hop Nutcracker?
Well, the Hip-Hop Nutcracker is, like we have been saying, the holiday season extravaganza. So, we have our own hip-hop musician, a violinist doing his thing, along with the DJ cutting up beats all night long, and you will be entertained. I guarantee it. These dancers, these young people are out there giving 150% every night, and I love them just to be a part of this team. I'm so grateful. So pray for us, because we are out there still performing at the major theaters around the country, and God willing, we'll make it to New York come December 18th and 19th, and of course, January 2nd. I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot. I appreciate you. Take care, and see you on Saturday.
Okay. See you soon. Thank you, Chuck.
No problem.